Today we're going to be speaking about Makhdoom from Owaisi Perfumes. Another amazing oversized sample along my barrack that he gave. Again, I think I bought like 1 ml, but you can see even after a few swipes, that's not good. It's still more than 1 ml. So subhanallah, really got to appreciate the vendors like Owaisi Perfumes, brother Adil, that really over deliver as opposed to under deliver. And they're in these beautiful glass bottles as well. I really have come to dislike the samples delivered in such, comparatively speaking, because they don't allow, these little sample cookies, if you will, or not cookies, but little plastic bottles. They look like something that you collect blood samples in. It is what it is, but appreciate this so much more easier to use. Sorry, that was a bit of a rant, but again, this is so we're going through now all my favorite ones, and at some point I'll get to the ones that I'm not crazy about. Just so you guys understand, we aren't about glazing anything specific here. If it's good, we're gonna call it out. Now these are all natural oils, mukhallats. None of them have any synthetic compounds. That's what Adil specializes in. Okay. I applied this before going to the masjid for Dhuhr, right? Earlier, I realized I hadn't taken wudu, so I had to, take wudu. So I had applied on my arms earlier. I had to take wudu, which means, you obviously when you take wudu, meaning that I have to wash my hands as well. Let's just say, right, during the process of cleansing before salah prayer. And I gotta say, even afterwards, after taking wudu properly, right, no half measures, I could still smell it on my hand, at the bakhur smell, right? So that's just to give you an impression of how this is. Now, again, I've mentioned this in a few of my videos. When you compare oils to perfumes per se, one thing you have to be aware is that naturals, they last a lot less longer, right, than synthetics. That's just a fact, oils or perfumes. Second thing is that synthetic oils last longer than natural oils. That's because of the synthetic nature of the ingredients that are just built to, be able to last and project more. Also, so yeah, they have less of a life, and but they, I gotta say, just from what I've tasted from Adil, they have these natural oils compared to perfumes. They just have these natural, beautiful smells to them that you just can't compare, especially the mukhallats, that you just can't compare to perfumes unless it's artisanal perfumery. And that's one of the things I love about mukhallats as well, just compared to, let's say, natural oud oils. I prefer mukhallats. One, they're more economical because they're a mix of oud usually and some other ingredients as well. And since oud is the most expensive ingredient, it reduces the cost overall. So that's another thing I love. Another thing I love about mukhallats in general is that they represent what I love most about perfumery, what most people subscribe to about perfumery, which is the blending of multiple different ingredients to have like layered experiences, right? So you have like top layer, middle layer, and you have experiences as it dries down, how things change. And that's the thing about natural perfumes as well, compared to synthetic ones. They have like phases. They're not linear per se. They have like phases, and as they settle down on your skin and stuff, they change. Okay, so all of that has been nothing for does nothing for how this smells like, but I felt like I had to get that out there. Since it's been a few days since I spoke to you guys. Okay, another quick swipe. I just want to let you guys see what that looks like. So that's not like super duper thick per se, this orange liquid, but it is beautiful. It is beautiful in the smell profile. So I'm getting a slightly foresty, slightly bakhur vibe. And there's an oud as well in there, but it's not very strong or skanky, but it's slightly dense, slightly resonant. This is a beautiful note, and definitely blue nose friendly, as in new oud nose, like friendly to anyone who doesn't like oud as well. Definitely so. This has a very, I wouldn't say meditative, but very calming effect. It's not balsamic by any means. It's very calming, and it's very impressive. It's very beautiful. The note, whatever sweet notes is in here, whether it's rose or whatever else, I don't know whether it's rose. Whatever sweet foresty notes that are in here, they're absolutely exquisite. They don't have any of the markings of anything cheap or anything like that. Absolutely gorgeous. And as it dries down, I've tried this before. So as it dries down, the same notes will exist, but a little bit, the bakhur comes a little bit more to the forefront as the sweet notes sort of dry down. And that's what I get. That's what I get from this. An absolutely stunning perfume, I gotta say, oil rather, from Owaisi Perfumes and Adil. and Brother Adil Qadri. Gotta say, he just gives me more and more reason to go back and try some of the others as well, because there's just so many favorites I have from him right now. I will see you on the next one.